Hi, my metaphysical beauties. This is Tracy Brown coming to you today to show you how to create your own mixture of candles. And there's a lot to talk about, but I really want to be able to do this very, very swiftly so that I can upload it to you all and you all can get this party started. Today's date is December 10th, 2019. We have a full moon that is here December 12th. It's called a cold moon. And it will be full at December 12th at 12:12 a.m. So, what is around the types of herbs that you could use? So, I specifically, this time around, most of the money herbs you can buy. You can buy right at the local grocers. I believe in using only 3 herbs. I'm excessive, so sometimes I jam pack my bowls with all kinds of stuff because I'm excessive and because I've been doing this for a while. You, however, you only use 3. If you want to put more in, it's up to you, but you don't have to. So, we're going to start with love first. I think I'm pretty adamant about starting with love first. And the reason why I'm starting with love first is because I was able to get some herbs out of the local grocers. And I got cilantro. I got rosemary. I have to tell you, this stuff smells so good. I got rosemary, right? Yep. And then I got thyme. All right. And then I got mint. Mint is actually a money herb. So I'm going to put mint over this side because this is where the money herbs will go. On this side is my love herbs. Also, you may not be able to get it in time for the new moon. If you can, I hope this video is out in time. Get some magnet. Every time I send my kits out, I send some magnet. And magnet, this is iron fillings, it's called. Magnet helps draw money to you or draws love to you. Let's be really clear about something because we're going to do love first. Love magic on someone is against all rules. I can't stop you from doing crazy things. I'm telling you to not do magic on someone. If someone's meant to be in your life, they will just be there. And if they're not meant to be in your life, kind of have to let them go. But you're going to do love on yourself, meaning you're going to provide the best options out there in the universe. And you're going to ask God with this letter that we're going to write, may it be good and correct for all, we're going to say at the end, you're going to ask God to bring in the type of person of the new you. So you're really doing these herbs on you. So be careful that you're going to do these herbs on someone. Because what will happen is that you will get stuck on that person. And you're going to walk around thinking and saying, I don't know why I feel this way. I just can't help myself. I just can't stop myself. Because the magic wasn't for the good and correct for all. But if you just do it on you and then use your words to bring in the ideal person for you, and give God time to bring that person in for you, not on your time, but on his time, and you trust the process, man, might you get a great person coming through. So let's get this party started. So we're going to start with cilantro. Cilantro is a herb that is good for love. All right. And what I did here was I took the herbs and I dried them in a stove. The cilantro is not dried enough, so I'm just going to pick out a few pieces. But just put it on a Reynolds wrap and go ahead and dry them. If you don't have the summer weather, I still have summer weather, but I wanted to show you guys this in a timely manner. Let me see if I can get it from this end. The cilantro didn't dry enough on it. That's okay. I don't want too much wet, so when I finish with this video, I'm going to put this back in the oven. All right? Then we have rosemary. This dried nicely. You're going to make a little bit of a mess. Usually I have a towel down here. This smells so good. I think I'm going to put this in my soup today. So good. I'm into soup right now, guys. It's winter. Why not? I'm a native New Yorker. That's what we do. You know, an abundance of soup the minute November hits. All right. Just do a little bit. Take your leaves here. Remember, I'm preparing this, and I'm not going to light it until, for me, I'm not going to light it until the day of. So it'll give the cilantro a little bit more time to heal. This is my candle, so I'm taking my herbs and putting it in my candle because it's my house. When I create the herbs for you guys, I don't do that. And this is thyme. Again, more love. This is all for love that you could buy in your local store. Now, on another occasion, you may hear me say rosemary's for protection. Like, the herbs are interchangeable depending upon what you're deciding to use it for. Okay? I put a lot of rosemary in my protection herbs. All right? This is thyme. Thyme is all about the money. All right? Now, I might get my scissors and cut it up a little bit. Hold on. That helps. Cut it up just a little bit. It takes a little bit of work, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It takes a little bit of work, but I enjoy it. I enjoy all the work that is involved in candle magic. It's so much fun to me. And it actually is very, very soothing. All right. To smell the stuff. Oh, it's just, I love all of this. All right. So, let's go over the herbs again. Rosemary, cilantro, thyme. Okay? Now, just so you know, hibiscus is for love. All right, I happen to have some hibiscus already here. This is love that you could buy in the local store. I got this from the Spanish markets. I'm just going to add some hibiscus. But there's such a thing as hibiscus tea. So just get it from the local store. Also, for those that have it, and for those that have my kits, lavender, but you may not be able to find lavender. That's why I'm giving you herbs that you can find. Hibiscus, cilantro, rosemary, thyme. I'm giving, but this is my candle and I've got some lavender. If you have lavender around, add some lavender. Also, if there's a lavender branch around, go ahead and use the leaves of the lavender branch even though there are no lavender on it. The branch still smells like lavender. All parts of the plant are good. Again, I just have these things available, which is some of the stuff that I put in my kit. Because remember, I live in a hot climate. So for us, a lot of this stuff is always available. And these are roses. These here are red roses. And they smell so good. Oh my God, your candle's going to be amazing. It's going to be so amazing. Look at this. Can you guys see how pretty this is developing, actually? Can you see? I love doing this stuff. I think I could do this 24/7. Just messing candles and make concoctions. Oh, this is so much fun. All right. Let me get over myself. All right. If I had my napkin down, I wouldn't be picking this stuff up. But it's okay. But it's, again, this is my candle, my desk. And this desk is safe because this is where I do all my readings. So I'm adding a little ginger. And ginger puts a kick in it. You can also add a little, did I get any cayenne pepper? Yeah. You could also add a little cayenne pepper, a little ginger, anything that gives it the spice that's required. All right? Because we're talking about love, we want to sweeten the deal. So we're going to add a little sugar, or a lot. I'm excessive, so I tend to add a lot. And we're going to shake it all up. And look, the sugar disappears. You don't quite see the sugar anymore, but tell me you don't want to purchase these herbs. Come on. Oh, just love this. I'm just in love with this kind of stuff. Forgive me as I digress, and this feels so good. All right. Let's get a candle to do it on. I love the color purple. So I don't even why I brought this candle today, except to show you guys all the different types of candles that are out there. And this one is a Tuscany candle, and it's a lilac blossom. It smells amazing. And so what you're going to do with the lilac blossom candle, all right, is you're going to put some of the herbs that you've already started to play with, and you're going to put it in your left hand. And you're going to hold it very, very tightly. And you're going to talk to your ideal highest authority. Mine happens to be God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to talk to my God, and you talk to what's your comfort zone, okay? So, talking about love, right? So please, God, please allow a good man to come to me. Please allow him to be kind and considerate. Please allow him to have a soft heart for me and be gentle. Please allow him to laugh, God. Life is too short. I want to laugh with my guy. Please allow him to be financially stable. Please allow him to expand his mind. Please allow him to love politics. I love politics, Lord. I want to talk to someone about politics. Please allow him to be sensual and sexual and sexually responsible. Please allow him to remember that I'm a woman. And although I may be tough, I just want to be a girl with my man. Please allow this man that's coming along for him and I never to suffer financially. Always be in sync. And I'm sorry, God. I want someone to protect me. I want someone to hold my hand, rub my back, let people know in public, yeah, that's my girl. Please allow me to have all those things, Father God. A caring, kind, gentle man is priceless. Please allow this man to come for the rest of my life. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. I trust the process. May it be good and correct for all. So you're going to speak the same way. You could use my words if you want. For yourself. Whatever it is that you want. I know what I want. Because I've been asking for this type of man for a long time. And I trust God because I already know He's trying to find that man for me. So maybe if I stand still a little, maybe I'll see him for who he is. Just don't stand still enough. All right? So now we're going to put the herbs in the candle. How pretty is it? You should see how pretty it is. It's so pretty. Oh my God, it's so Christmassy and it's so pretty. Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh yes, it does. Oh, I talk to my candles like you might talk to your cat and your puppy. Oh, candle, you're just gorgeous. You're just amazingly beautiful. Yes, yes you are. Yes you are. Enjoy the crazy inside of you. Add a little spice of magnet. All right. Not a lot, people. We're not trying to start a fire. Again, trust the fire. Only a pinch is required. All right. And that is the herb portion of it, right? The oil portion of it could be anything. So do not be afraid to use a little olive oil. So now I put the candles at the peripheral, at the edges here. All right. And how we're going to seal the candle to the edges, the herbs to the edges, away from the wick, is with some oils. And the oils that I have here are, so how we're going to seal the candles, how we're going to, so if you look here, the candles are at the peripheral, but we want to seal them to the edges. And how we're going to seal the candles to the edges is we're going to add oil. You can add regular olive oil, if that's what you have. Olive oil is probably half the times the only oil that you'll ever need. Okay? But for love, you can definitely add some vanilla extract or real vanilla. All right? I don't know if you guys can see that. Sweet orange, any citrus, lemon, orange, or lime are all for love. Tangerine, also for love. All right. So I'm going to, and then I got this from Amazon. It's pure 100% rose petal. All right. Which one am I going to use? You know what? One of my clients told me today that she was going to light a candle every day. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to make these candles for you guys, but I think I'm going to light a different candle every day with a different oil. Same herbs. One will have rose petals. The other one will have vanilla the next day. The next one will have sweet orange, and the next one will have tangerine. So for right now, I think I'm going to use 100% rose petals. When I tell you this is amazing. So you're going to put it on the herbs, and the herbs and the oil will sit and seal themselves to the base of the candle. and you kind of want them to stay at the peripheral, away from the wick. All right, you want to make sure it stays away from the wick. If it's near the wick, it probably won't light, or it might go out. I've learned a lot of things over time. Add a little sparkle to it, and I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of sparkle. I'll show you. I'll take this one out, but I'll show you guys all of my sparkle stuff. Oh, which one is this? This is also sweet orange. Okay, for love. These are all of my sparkles. I've got red, of course. Sometimes I get tired of red, but I've got 1,000 red, so I use red a lot. I got purple, gold. Now, you can also get this at the supermarket, and you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. This is shiny sugar. Remember, we should put sugar in before. Now you don't have to put the sugar in with the herbs. You can just sprinkle this, and it'll be the same thing as having sparkle. And you get the sugar and the sparkle combined. And they sell this in the baking section. I have everything here, people. I do it all. But in my case, I like the purple on purple. I really like it for Christmas. I like the royalty of it. And it's so pretty. Now, the sparkle you can put near the wick. Do not be afraid of that. Just put it on the periphery of the herbs and in the center. And it's so pretty. I'll definitely take a picture for you all to see separately. You are going to love this. Now I get sparkles all over me. Thank God my house is getting a good cleaning tomorrow. All right. This, my friend, becomes your love candle. Look at how pretty that is. Look how it glows and glitter. The sparkle is to call the angels to come to you to do their job. So I'm going to put the lid over it because I'm not lighting this until the very event, which is the 12th. And the last part is to write your letter to God. I never pronounce his name right. I always go God, like G-U-A-R-D. God. Write your letter to God. Because I'm doing 2 different types of herb, money will be next. Again, I talk to God. And so I will continue to talk to God. And you, again, let me repeat, you talk to your highest Dorothy. You talk to your highest authority. All right? So I like to communicate in a way where I am speaking well. Speaking of kindness. I like to come humble. So my expectation in doing these videos is that you do the same thing. Come humble. So I like to say, Dear God and Jesus. I really use a black pen, but it's black today. And some of the same things that I wrote before, that I said, some of the same things that I said before, like authentically in my mind's eye, what I said out loud for the video, normally I would just say it to myself in my mind's eye. I try to repeat that, but if you could add more, right? When you were talking with the herbs in your hand, it was like you were speaking from the heart, right? It was an authentic placement of what you want out of life. Now we're going to be a little bit more cerebral, all right? I want you to really think about what it is that you're really looking for. So, because I said out loud, I'm looking for a man, it's going to be really important that you let your guides and your angels know Are you looking for a man or are you looking for a woman? You have to state it. Okay? So, dear God and Jesus, please bring me a good man. Please let him come to me with. And then you could just list it. It could be a whole letter or you could list it. I'm going to list it. With kindness, gentleness, caring for me. And the reason why it's really important to ask God to bring this into you, because what you're asking for, you have to provide the same thing. So if you want a man that's kind and gentle and caring, you be that. You be 100% that. You can't ask God to bring you, because God knows, you can't ask God to bring you something in so you could sit back and go, well, I asked for that, so that's what I got. It doesn't work that way. Karma takes that man right out and sends him over to somebody else. So whatever you're asking for, you be that 100 times. Loving. Funny. How about he understands my sense of humor? I have a wicked sense of humor. Not everybody finds me funny. You know what? May he look at me with loving eyes. May he care for me. Oh, I said that twice already. I really want that. I really want somebody that cares for me. May he be financially secure. And by the way, I'm not looking for a billionaire. You know, I like a hard worker. That's somebody that works for a living is fine with me. May he be financially secure or a hard worker. I'm a hard worker, so I just want somebody to match how hard I work. What else? I'm going to add to this when I'm in my private time. How I want to end this, though. Oh, no, I do want to add, because this is going to be really important, because it's very important that he match you sexually. And if he doesn't match you sexually, if he could provide so much more that you are satisfied. All right? Don't settle. Don't settle for a sloppy lover. I'm telling you, a sloppy lover is a sloppy mind. That's what I believe. All right. And gentle in his loving sexual ways to you. Come on, ladies. Come on, men. How rude are some women when they just want to jump your bones? And ladies, how rude is it when someone just wants to jam you? Unacceptable. Ask for what you want. I like kindness, caring, gentleness in the bed. And I'm sticking to it. And guess what? Guess who created sex? God. So we're going to talk to God about sex. How'd you get here? By sex. So we're not going to play, no. We're going to talk real to God. Nothing wrong with anything that I'm saying. All right? Okay. All right. I'm going to add more what I want in my loving aspect, and I'm going to do it in my private time. Here's what's most important. May it be good and correct for all. It is so important to add this in the end. May it be good and correct for all. May it be good and correct for all. May it be good and correct for all. When you are ready, you take your paper, you take your candle, you light your candle. Fire safety is always the first rule. All this other stuff doesn't matter if you burn your house down. Fire safety is the first rule. You only light the candle when you have eyes on your candle. If you go to bed, snuff it out, do not blow it out. So hold on to that lid. All right? When you come home after a day's event, light your candle, and before you go to bed, snuff it out. Now, does it take longer for the candle to burn out, and you should burn it out to the end? Yeah, it takes longer, but don't you have time on your hands? I do. So enjoy your candle magic. This is how it should look. You should light it. This is how it should look. Starting today, December 10th, right up until the 15th. Enjoy, guys. That was for love. We're going to do one more for money. And in this occasion, this is one of many candles that I'm going to light. I'm going to use a religious candle. The reason why I'm using a religious candle is because a religious candle already has a prayer on the back. And in this case, the prayer says, Dear, I like to say dear divine child Jesus, we honor your sacred image. Today and forever we elect you as Lord and owner of this house. Humbly we implore your protection against any harm or evil. Bless and protect all those that reside here and guide them to divine grace, keeping them from harm and sin. Bless our home. Bless my money, because I'm going to use this one for money. It's also written in Spanish and in English most times, the religious candles. So let's get this party started. There are 7 herbs you should always have in your cupboards. Always. So, the 7 herbs for money are standard. They will never change. They are thyme, basil, ginger, cloves, allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon. Alright? And here's a weird little trick. Always carry pumpkin spice in your cupboards. It has most of these ingredients. So sometimes all you need is pumpkin spice. I don't always like the herbs of pumpkin spice, but in any emergency, yada, 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 you have pumpkin spice available. So, again, ginger, right? But I have a little ginger here. Just going to use ginger over here. Ginger's for the spice. It's the fire, it's to kick it up. You have thyme. All right. You have allspice. Never open. You have basil. Basil. This is nice. Put love over here. You have allspice also comes packaged this way. All right. You have mint. This is what I dried with this grouping earlier. All right, with the love grouping, I dried mint. Mint is for money. Money, honey. Take the parts that are dry. This is smoked mint. Kind of changes the flavor a little bit. Still mint though. Oh, there you go. Now I'm smelling the mint. Better to dry it on your windowsill, maybe, even if it's in the wintertime over there. So let's put mint back here. Bay leaf. Now, bay leaf is twofold. You can add some bay leaf for money. All right, just crush the bay laurel, bay leaf. But also remember, you can burn bay leaf, which I would do it for the new year. See if I can find a good leaf. I'm real funny about the broken pieces. I'd rather use the broken pieces for candle magic. I like whole herbs to burn. So you're going to take a bay leaf. I've done a bay leaf video, but not a metaphysical video. And you're going to write on it what you need. If you need more money, sometimes it's just that simple. And you're going to burn this separate. All right? So I'm going to hold this to burn separately. All right? But you could do it with several of these. By the way, when you burn bay laurel, it gets rid of bad energy. So it's actually twofold. It brings in money and releases negative energy in your house. So I've got a lot of full leaves here. So I'm going to do that when as the candle event is happening. This is going to be my version of incense. Okay? Sage. All right. I like to add a holy herb, which, by the way, I forgot a holy herb for my love. Add a holy herb. Remember, I didn't complete this candle, so I'm going to add a holy herb. And they didn't have it on the list, but mustard seed is probably your easiest holy herb. During the holiday season, sage, you'll be able to find sage very, very cheaply. All right? So it has to be one holy herb. None of this you were doing by yourselves. All right? Grounded cloves. Where's the scissors? Oh, well. That's enough. Cinnamon, just a pinch. This is all my personal stock. Nutmeg. All my personal stock. So, we have oregano here, and oregano is twofold. Oregano is good for love. Oregano is good for good luck. And oregano is good for justice. Oh, yes. So, in this case, I am going to use it for good luck, since this is my money candle. And I want a lot of good luck and money. All right? Now, I've never used oregano before. This is going to be my first time using oregano for money. All right? So, we're going to put this mixture in. Don't be afraid to use your hands. Who cares? This is my mixture, so I do what I want with my mixture. All right? Now, this is a lot here, okay? I'm going to use this on other candles, so I'm just going to seal this for later. But, man, you should see how this smells. This smells amazing. It's so much fun to do, and I really hope you guys have as much fun as I do. If at any time you all want to just purchase the herbs, I make them automatically. My cupboards are full of herbs. I have a whole separate cupboard full of these ingredients that are separate apart from my cooking herbs. All right. So I'm just going to put a little, like, remember, stay away from the wick. Stay away from the wick. All right. Get some sage in there. Stay away from the wick. It's a little messy, but mess is good. And because it's so messy, that's why you don't want to do dark magic. Ever. Because you will get this on yourself. And what you think you were trying to do, you're going to bring bad to you instead of your initial intention. All right? So let me pick this back up. Because it's my herbs and I don't want to waste anything because I've got other candles to use this on. Whatever you preserve beyond this, it needs to be preserved in a glass container with the lid. Plastic does not preserve the energy. Remember that. Okay, so now we're going to add, let me get rid of this stuff. Put this in here for safekeeping. Oh, wait, I forgot. Got something. Let's do this. I have coconut here because I was just attracted to the coconut. When I looked it up, coconut is for protection. And I'm all the way down for protecting my monies. All right, so I'm going to add some coconut. All right. Remember, again, same thing. You're going to hold it in your left hand. You're going to pray over it. You're going to take your time and ask God what it is you want for your money. Do you have an online store that you already have? And do you want to be the most seen online? Do you have, oh, my hand is pulsating. Ooh, it's pulsating. Do you have a promotion at your job? Do you just want to keep your job? Do you want your money to be consistent? Everybody's looking for something bigger. But what if you just had consistent money? What if you just kept your job? Do you want to be able to pay your bills? Say all of that. If you need a car, that's what you're going to use these herbs for. Ask God to figure out a way for you to have enough money, to save enough money to get a car now, to get a car loan, to get a car note. Like, what is it that you want? Be specific. Talk from your heart. My hand is pulsating. All right? Do you want people to come to your business, and do you want to be the only like thing that people see online when they check for your item? I know a lot of people say to me often, I wasn't even checking for you. You just came up on my feed. And I'm like, oh, candle magic. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Remember, guys, it's got to be good and correct for all. It just has to. I'm not competing against anyone. I'm just doing me. And sometimes I compete. Who am I kidding? Sometimes I compete. But I don't compete with evil in mind. I compete because I just like to be the best. I must be the best. And say that. If your income is about being the best, then you need to ask God, can I be the best at what I do? Heck yeah, that's okay to do. Okay, let's finish up. We're going to do, did I use the spigot already, or did I use another spigot? All right. We're going to do, again, if you have nothing more than olive oil, that is fine. However, bergamot is for money. You can buy it on Amazon. Pure almond is for money. Buy it at your local grocers, especially now because they've got all this stuff available because everybody's doing all their cooking. Where's my pure peppermint? Pure peppermint for money. Remember, we have peppermint in here. Now we're going to use the peppermint oil. And what I sell to you guys is a basil olive oil mixture. And this in itself is the most powerful mixture you can have in the oil. Basil and olive oil is all you need. And I make it months in advance, and I just let it sit. All right? And a lot of times when you get my oils, you'll see the herbs inside the tube. In this case, I am going to use peppermint because I'm going to do several candles. It is the new year, and I mean business. So my next candle is going to have my own mixture in it. And then I also make I think I also have an olive and bergamot, olive and bergamot mixture for money. And what's the other? And pure almond. All right. So I'm doing several candles because I want to. Follow along. I really should poke this. Getting on my nerves. All right. So again, how are we going to seal the herbs? We seal the herbs by adding the oils away from the wick. This is a little potent, so this one might create a little bit of fire, but I'm not lighting it today anyways. I'm not worried. All right. So this is my money candle that I'm asking Jesus to help me with. This is my love candle. All right. And write your letter the way I've asked you to write your letter in other ways. Same thing with money. You should smell that peppermint. That is crazy. Same thing with money. Be humble. Dear God and Jesus. And write your intentions. What is your intentions with money? And please be realistic. If you have goals, put them down. If you want to open up a store, put them down. And then let God guide you. Okay? I didn't become a psychic until God said I could do this. And it was years in the making. And all I did was study out of my book until I could be seen publicly. So be patient with what God has for you. So dear God and Jesus, I have an online store. I'd like my online store to start making money. Stop. My doggy. I'd like money to be consistent. You know what? I'd like to have no fear about money or paying my bills. You know? I'd like to be at the top of my category on YouTube. I would love more subscribers. And followers. I would love for more people to contact me for their own personal readings. I'm going to add, because of what I do for a living, please, God, make me responsible. for me and my actions. And maybe you could do that too if you have your own business. Make me responsible for me and my actions for the people that you send to me. And then I'm going to add more, but again, may it be good and correct for all. Wait, let me put money on top so you guys can understand. This is the money one. May it be good and correct for all. My handwriting's a little sloppy, but God understands my handwriting. All right, we're going to light our candle. We're going to put the candle on top. We're going to allow the candle to burn down. And we're going to do this for the next 3 months. That's why you're making enough stuff here. Remember to put it in a glass container. Just get it from the dollar store somewhere with the lid, and it will last forever. Have no fear, as long as it's in a glass container. All right, guys. I think that's everything. What a mess to clean up. Thank you for putting up with me. I hope I covered everything. I believe I did. This is how your candles should look at the end of the day. I personally like to put my candles on top of my stove because I believe in fire safety. Let's repeat. Fire safety. If you're not at home, snuff the candle out before you leave your house. When you come back, light it. When you go to bed, snuff it out. Snuff it out. All right, guys, enjoy your candle magic. This is a huge event. All right? This is the end of your decade. It's not about 2019. A whole decade is ending. January begins a whole new life. Not a whole new year. A whole new event. What are you going to do with your 2020 decade? Thank you, my metaphysical beauties. I hope I helped. I hope prosperity on you. I hope love for you. You deserve it. Ask for it. Bye, guys.